Guys, welcome back to our video series of modeling and simulation. So let's continue with cause and effects. Let's try to understand what we refer to cause and effect. So the objective of this is to build a causal graph, and the causal graph will be transformed into stock and flow graph or stock and flow diagram. Once you have the stock and flow diagram, now you can model it in the model and simulate it in any logic. Now, cause and effect is what you already know. There is nothing special there. Causal thinking is the key to organizing ideas in a system dynamic study. Instead of cause, affect or influence can be used to describe the related component in the system. What do we mean here? If you take food intake, if you take food, this is a cause, the effect will be the weight. So we assume that if you eat too much, then you see, you will take weight. So this is a cause and this is the effect. Here we assume that if you have money, then you are happy. So money causes happiness. Fire causes smoke. The use of seat belt reduce highway fatality. Shorten daylight hours increases the suicide rate. So these are what we call causes and effect. So it is something understandable. Now, why do we do all these? We do all these to have the causal diagram or the causal loop diagram. What is the causal loop diagram? So it represents the feedback structure of system. Now it captures hypotheses about the causes of dynamics. And also it captures the important feedback. What you see here, we deal with hypotheses, so it's not something which is always true. An hypothesis is an assumption. You assume. Your assumption might be different from another designer. So remember that here are just assumption. Now here we have feedback. Here we assume that salary, increases performance. Salary increases performance. But here we have a feedback. It means performance leads to an increment of salary. For example, here, if you are tired, you will sleep. If you sleep, you will get less tired. So these are feedback loops. So these are causal feedback loops with cause and effect. Salary is a cause, performance and effect, but we can have a feedback. The same thing here. To be tired is a cause, and sleeping is a consequence. Is an effect, but we have a feedback. Now we talk of augmenting. We said augmenting, gives more information. Now you add a plus or you add a minus. You add a plus or you add a minus. So what are those what does this mean? Now, A plus is used if the cost increase. The effect increases if the cost decreases. The effect decreases. Now, A minus is used if the cost increases. The cost decreases, and if the cost decreases, the effect increases. So let's take with example. Now, the more you get salary, the more your salary is high, the more you are performing. So more salary means more performance, and more performance means more salary. You get that? And here, what do we have? The more you are tired, the more you sleep. The more you sleep, and the less you are tired. So you see, here we are moving from more to more, so it is plus, you know, and here we are moving from more to more, so it is plus also. But here is different. Here we are moving from more to more, and here we are moving from more to less. So it is why the sign changes, because we are moving from more to less. But you guys, you know, more does not mean plus. More does not mean plus, or less does not mean minus. Plus just means that you are moving from more to more, or from less to less. It is what plus means. You are moving from more to more, or from less to less. So here also can mean the less you are paid, the less you are performing. And the less you are performing, the less your salary is. You see? So you can also read it that way. So we are moving from less to less, and from less to less. You get? So we have no sign change, because we are moving from less to less and less to less, or from more to more and more to more. Now, here is different. Here we are moving from more to more, and from more to less. Or we are moving from less to less, and from less to more. So plus just means that the direction has not changed. You know, you are moving from more to more, or from less to less. Now, minus means that the direction has changed. So you are moving from less to less, and from, or you know, from less to more, or from more to less. Let's look at here. We can say the less you are tired, the less you sleep. So we are moving from less to less, so it is a plus. Because we are moving from less to less is a plus. But here, let's move from here. So the less you are tired, the less you are tired, the less you sleep. The less you are tired, the less you are tired, the less you sleep. So it is a plus. But the less you sleep, the less you sleep, the more you are tired. So the sign will, you know, the direction has changed. So it is a minus. So whenever the direction changes, you know, from more to less, or from less to more, so it's a minus. But if you have a more to more, or less to less, it is a plus. Let me restart. The more, you can read it this way. The more you get the salary, the more you are performing. Is a plus. So we have more to more. And the more you are performing, the more you get salary. So we have more, 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 more. So there's no change. But here, there's change of direction. The more you are tired, you see, the more you're tired, the more you sleep. The more you sleep, the less you're tired. So the sign has changed. Why the sign has changed? Because we are moving from more to less. You get that? Now you can also read it the other way around. You can start with less. The less you are paid, the less you are performing. So it is a plus. And the less you are performing, the less you get the salary. So it is also a plus because you are moving from less to less, from less to less. There's no change. Now the same here, we can say the less you are tired, the less you sleep. The less you sleep, the more you are tired. So the sign has changed from more to less. So it's why the sign has changed. Now, when the loop, you know, when the loop moves from more to more, we're going to see that that loop is reinforcing. You see, like this one. When we move from more to more, so this loop is reinforcing. We move more. So we move from more and we reach when it was more. So the loop is reinforcing. So we have a plus. So we put the direction that we are moving this direction and a plus. Plus means that it is positive. It is reinforcing. If it is not positive, it is negative, like this one, because you are moving from more, and when we do the loop, we reach here, it's going to be less. So the loop is, balancing. The loop is balancing, so it is negative. So we are going to cover that in the next video. So once again, thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.